What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to draw Chucky from Child's Play 2019. Let's get started at the top of our page with the brow. So we're going to start on the left side. We're going to curve in and then down. Let's leave a large gap in the center and draw the same thing on the right. So we're going to line this up, we'll curve up and then out. Let's curl up the inside of the brow. We start on the left side, we're going to curve in and then up. Go to the right side and go in the opposite direction. Now I want to thicken up the eyebrow. We start on the end, we want to taper this in so it gets thicker as you come in. Now let's tuck the eyes in underneath the eyebrow. So we're going to be drawing a circle. Starting from the end of the eyebrow, we want to step in, curve around towards the bottom of the circle, and we'll pull that up. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now we want to draw a smaller circle on the inside. Start at the very top. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to draw an even smaller circle in the center for the pupil. Now we're going to move in towards the center and draw the bottom of the nose. So we'll start on the left side, we're going to curve down and then up on the right. Now we want to step up and draw a short curve in the opposite direction for the tip of the nose. Now we're going to move to the side of the nose and curve out the cheeks. So start on the left, we're going to curve down and then out, just underneath the eye. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to step up and draw the mouth. So we're going to step up on the left, curve down, and then up. Now we're going to step down, draw a shorter curve for the lower lip. Now we want to add a bag underneath each eye. Starting on the inside edge of the left eye, we're going to curve down and then out. Now we're going to move down and draw on the chin. On the left side, I'm going to curve down in the middle and then pull that back up on the right. Let's move to the side and draw the cheeks coming in underneath the chin. So from the left eye, we're going to step out. Start by curving down, curving in, and we'll tuck that in underneath the chin. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now let's move to the center and draw on the hair. In the middle, we're going to start with a point. From this point, I want to curve up, around the eye, and then in. Start by going up, curving around the eye. We'll just pull that into right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the center, we'll curve up, around the eye, and we'll pull that in. Now we're going to add a point. From here, we're going to curve out towards the cheek, round this out, pull that back in. Now let's go back to the left side. On the side here, we're going to curve around, up in the middle. That's going to pull that straight down towards the widow's peak, right in the middle. Now let's draw on the right side. Up here, we're going to curve up, around the side. Now I'm just going to tuck this in on the right side. Now I'm going to move back down and draw on the ears. Starting on the left, I'm going to curve up, round out the ear, and then pull that in towards the side of the head. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now at the top of the ear, we're going to draw a curve going up and then out. Now let's start layering in the hair. Above the left ear, we're going to step up, we're going to curve out, down, and then we'll pull that in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving out, rounding this out, and pulling that in. Now we're going to add the ends of the hair. Starting from the left, curve up and in. I'm going to curve down and in. Do the same thing on the right. Curving up and in, and then down, and then in. Add another point. Curve up and in, just towards the head. We'll add one smaller point. curve down and in, just around the cheeks, and we'll wrap that up underneath the head. Now let's add in the second layer. Starting on the side, curve out, and we'll pull that in. I just want to leave a little gap on the side. Do the same thing on the right. Curving out, and then in. Now back on the left, we're gonna curve up, over the top. Now I just want to tuck this in behind the right side of the hair. And then from here, we're gonna step in towards the center, curve up towards the right, and we'll tuck that in. Now let's go in and add some texture. Starting from the center, we're gonna step up, curve up, and then down on the left side. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going up, and then down. And then from that center point, curve up and over towards the left. Go along this line, we're gonna curve up and out towards the right. Okay, so we completed the head. Let's work our way down the body. We're gonna start with the sides of the body first. So over on the left side, I'm gonna curve out and down towards the hip. So go to the right, and we'll do the same thing, towards the same height. Now let's draw on the top edge of the overalls. On the left side, I'm gonna curve down and then up, leaving a gap on either side. Now from the end of the line, we're gonna curve down and then out. Let's add two small buttons. One on the left, and then one on the right. Now we're gonna add in the strap. From the top of this point, curve out and up towards the top of the body. Do that on both sides. Then we wanna thicken up the strap. We're gonna step in and just follow that same curve for the inside of the strap. Let's connect the top of the strap on the inside with the curve. Coming down and then up. Now I just want to trace that out on the inside. So we're gonna step up and just follow that all the way across. Let's add in that pocket. Start underneath the button on the left. Draw a straight line across. Come down the sides with a short line. Now we're gonna come down and in towards the center point with an angled line. Let's continue working down with the legs. In the center, we're gonna step down, draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down. Leaving a gap in the center, we'll go to the left side, curve out and down towards the left heel, curve out and down towards the right heel. Now we're gonna round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel, I'm gonna curve down and up towards the toe. And then from the toe, we're gonna draw on the top of the foot. I'm gonna draw a half circle aiming towards the heel. But we're not gonna go all the way. We're gonna go up, pull that down to right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going up and then down. And we're gonna curve in the opposite direction, going up towards the inside of the leg. Now let's move back up to the hip and draw on the side of the leg. Starting from the left hip, curve out, down, and we'll pull that in towards the top of the foot. Let's add in the cuff of the pant. From the top of the foot, I want to step up, curve down and up, step up again, and draw that same curve. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Let's add a little bit of detail to the shoes. From this curve, we're going to step up. Just going to trace that across for the sole. And then we're going to add a toe cap. From the top of the foot, we're going to curve in and then down. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. We're going to start halfway between the chin and the hip. So right here, we're going to curve out and then down towards the wrist. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now back on the left, we're going to start with a thumb. With a small half circle curving in and then back out. And at the end of the thumb, we'll add a bracket. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving in and out, and then we'll add that bracket. Let's go back to the left side and draw on the fingers. We start at the bottom of the thumb, curve down and up around that bracket. Now we're gonna add 2 more fingers. We're gonna step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we're gonna start out here, curve out, up. Now we're gonna pull that in underneath the head. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with the first finger, second finger, and then the third finger is gonna go all the way around, up, in behind the head. Now we're gonna add in the cuff of the sleeve. Starting from the wrist, we'll curve down and up. We're gonna step up and just trace that across. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now the last thing we're gonna do is add the word buddy in this pocket. We start with a large B on the left side, lowercase u, D, another D, and then the I. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chucky from Child's Play 2019. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.